See this SUV? The guy who owns it thinks he's made it, but this single piece of metal sitting in his driveway is literally draining $1 million from his future net worth. Right now, millions of Americans are unknowingly trapped in a financial black hole, burning their wealth to look rich to people they don't even like. Today, I am going to expose the great American wealth trap. I'll show you exactly how the auto industry mathematically rigged the system against you. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to unlock the exact secret mathematical formula the ultra-wealthy use to buy cars, a rule that guarantees your driveway will never keep you broke again. Welcome to the trap. It starts with a concept you've heard of, but you don't actually understand. Depreciation. We all know cars lose value, but it's not a slow leak. It's a financial hemorrhage. The exact second, literally the millisecond, your tires roll off the dealership lot, your car loses up to 20% of its value. Imagine walking into a bank with $40,000 in cash, and the teller just takes $8,000 and drops it in a shredder for absolutely no reason. You'd call the cops. But we do this at car dealerships every single day and call it a new car smell. Over 5 years, the average new car loses 60% of its value. But here's where the math gets terrifying. The average American car payment is now over $700 a month. If you took that $700 and put it into a basic index fund instead of a depreciating hunk of metal, over 30 years, that money wouldn't just sit there. It would compound into over $1.5 million. Let that sink in. You are trading $1 million retirement for heated seats and a touchscreen. But depreciation is just the tip of the iceberg, because it's not just about the car losing value, it's about how they trick you into paying for it. Car dealerships aren't in the business of selling cars anymore. They are in the business of selling debt. Enter the 84-month auto loan. 7 years. You're financing a car for nearly a decade. By the time you pay it off, the technology inside it will belong in a museum. Here's how the trap closes. It's called negative equity, and it is a financial death spiral. Because of that massive depreciation we just talked about and the incredibly long loan term, you end up owing the bank more than the car is actually worth. You are completely underwater. So what happens when you want a new car? The dealer smiles, takes that $5,000 you owe, and rolls it into your next loan. You are now paying interest on a car you don't even own anymore while driving a new car that is already losing value. It's a debt snowball rolling straight to hell. The system is perfectly engineered to keep you focused on one thing and one thing only: the monthly payment. When you walk in, they don't ask, how much can you afford? They ask, what do you want your monthly payment to be? If you answer that question, you have already lost. They will stretch the loan, hike the interest, and bury you in fees to hit that magic number. But why do we fall for it? Why do smart people sign up for financial ruin? Because we've been brainwashed into believing a very dangerous lie about what wealth actually looks like. Look at these two guys. Who is wealthier? Society tells us it's the guy in the Porsche. But in reality, Mr. Porsche is up to his eyeballs in lease payments, insurance premiums, and premium gas. He's one missed paycheck away from disaster. The guy in the Toyota? He owns his car outright, invests half his income, and actually has a massive net worth. We are trapped in a vicious cycle of keeping up with the Joneses. But here is a secret. The Joneses are broke. The auto industry spends billions of dollars on advertising to convince you that your identity, your success, and your attractiveness are directly tied to the badge on your steering wheel. They sell you freedom, but what they deliver is a financial prison. Want to know what actual wealth looks like? Warren Buffett, one of the richest men on the planet, drives cars until they have hail damage and buys regular boring sedans. He understands that a car is a tool to get from point A to point B. It is not a billboard for your ego. If you want to stop looking rich and start actually being rich, you have to break the cycle. And to do that, you need the formula, the exact rule that separates the broke from the wealthy. The time for getting ripped off is over. Here is the ultimate wealth formula for buying a car. If you must finance a car, you follow the 24-10 rule. Memorize this. Number 1, you put down a minimum of 20%. If you can't afford the 20% down payment, you cannot afford the car. Period. This instantly wipes out the risk of negative equity. Number 2, the loan term is no more than 4 years. 4 years, 48 months. If the monthly payment on a 4-year loan is too high, the car is too expensive. And number 3, the holy grail. Your total car expenses, payment, insurance, and gas cannot exceed 10% of your gross monthly income. Apply this rule and the trap shatters. You suddenly free up hundreds of dollars every month, money that you can push into investments, real estate, and your actual freedom. Stop sacrificing your future to look cool in traffic. Take control of your driveway, and you take control of your life. But here's the crazy part. Your driveway is only trap number one. Your actual house might be an even bigger financial black hole. If you want to know how the banking system uses your mortgage to keep you working until you die, click this video right here. It's a tough pill to swallow, but you need to see it. Click right here, and I'll see you in the next one.